So now we have connected some end devices to the switches, and we'll start configuring the switches in upcoming classes, and we'll have a look at it. Okay. So now here you can see the laptops and end devices are connected to the switches, and it's all showing indicating the green icons. So which determines the connection is okay. So now let's see whether we have So let's see now whether any IP address assignments are done or switches have any VLAN configuration. We'll just have a look. Okay. Click on the laptop icon. So now here in IP configuration, you can see there's no any IP assignments done. Okay. Obviously, we didn't configure any IPs yet. Here also in config, also you can check after we assign IP or default gateway, it will show here. So this is the physical view of this laptop, and also you can note if we click on this button, there's a yellow LED, it goes off. Okay, which means the laptop turns off in simulation mode. They are just indicate using like that. Okay, this is just for information. It's depending, it's just information regarding the packet tracer, how they use it. Okay, so in real life you know how it works. Keep the laptop on, and the plan is now I'm going to assign some IP address for the end devices, and also from this switch, the second switch, I'm going to assign some other IP addresses. Okay, so let's plan accordingly what subnet we are going to assign for the end devices. Now that you can see in the first switch, for example, let's say I'm going to assign some end devices in VLAN 10, some in VLAN 20. Now, you might get confused like what is VLAN 10 or what is VLAN 20, why it's like mentioned like that way. Just simply think in your company there are like IT department, admin department, or HR department. Okay, so when you connect your like all the end devices in the sense like each and every department has like several people working in a flow, right? Let's consider they are all laptops are being connected to the same switch. Okay, switch or switch stack. In that case, if each and everyone is connected to the same switch without VLAN separation, then they all can reach their network data. For example, let's say IT department can reach the HR department's confidential information, and similarly vice versa, the HR department can reach the IT's one. So which is not appreciable. Okay, so which is not secured even. So what we are doing is let's separate the each departments individually by separating the VLAN. Okay, so IT department, let's put it on VLAN 10. We'll allocate them for VLAN 10, and we'll give some IP ranges from that particular VLAN 10. So for HR department, let's say we are assigning VLAN 20, and we will assign IP addresses. You can see, for example, I have mentioned 192.168.20.0, which means 192.168.20.0 in the sense it is getting like 255 IP addresses, total like only 254 IP addresses they can use, which I have already mentioned in my previous old videos. You can see when you refer about the IP addresses videos. Uh, it's okay for now, just leave it. We'll just have a understanding on that later. Okay, for now, just imagine 192.168.20.1 to 192.168.20.254. You can give IP addresses. Okay, that also if you want. I can mention. Since we are just in the beginning stage, I'm not getting you in depth into the IP addresses because you might get bored or something like that. So let's see. Okay. In upcoming sessions, I'll slowly give those informations to you. Okay. Okay. So this is the subnet range and the VLAN range and the IP assignments given. Okay. And this 255.255.255.0 is the subnet. Okay, so when we specify the subnet, we need to mention that. This sometimes indicated as /24. Okay, so you can consider like 8 into 4 times. Okay, each 8 represents a 255 here. So first 8 is 255 dot, second one 255, so 16, third 255, 24. So which is what mentioned here. If you have another 255 instead of this 0, you will mention /32. Okay. So simply it's a very big concept. So if I started explaining you that way, we might need a lot of time and there's a lot of questions as well simplified. So I will explain those things later. Okay. So now that we are having an idea in which ranges and VLANs we are going to assign the end devices, so we'll see. Okay. And also one more thing, for the default gateway, we can assign another IP as well. For example, okay, let's say it's better always we use the first usable IP address for the default gateway in the subnet. Okay. So here's the idea. So let's say switch 1 and the second one is switch 2, and this PC I'm going to assign VLAN 1, sorry, VLAN 10, and for this PC I'm going to assign VLAN 20, and for the next switch PC I'm going to assign VLAN 10 again, and the laptop VLAN 20, again for the server let's assign 10 or 20, whatever. Okay, and then we'll just configure VLAN 10 and 20 configurations and the trunk configurations on the switches in between the link. Okay, so let's have a look how we can do these things and verify and IP assignments for the end devices, everything. Okay,